Hey, this is Mike from the Graphic Novel Show. Are you interested in starting and running your own podcast? Well, you know, this is the second one that we've done. We used to do a different one, and we decided to start this one. And last time we used Anchor, and you know what? We decided to go back with Anchor again because they are the easiest way to make a podcast. They give you everything you need in one place for free. You can do it right from your phone or on your computer. Anchor gives you creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast so it sounds great. You can do that right from your phone. That's quite amazing. They'll also distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard everywhere, like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. You can easily make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Now, what you need to do is go download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Hi, I'm Parker, and I use they, them pronouns.
Hi, I'm Mike, and I use he, him pronouns. And this is the Graphic Novel Podcast. All right, welcome to this week's show. This is a show where we discuss graphic novels, zines, and other comics, and we throw in a little bit of real life.
Yeah, sometimes we talk about queer issues, race issues, death, relationships.
A lot of that stuff. We have a new episode every week coming out on Friday. And if you like the show, we'd love it if you went over on Apple Podcasts and gave us 5 stars. Go to Spotify or YouTube or any other place that you listen to podcasts and do that. We'd really appreciate it.
Make sure that you subscribe so that every week, as soon as this goes live, you have it sitting and waiting for you in your feed.
That's right.
Most importantly, though,
what's that?
Share this with your friends.
Of course, share it. And while you're doing that, you can interact with us on Twitter, Facebook, or Insta. And if you really want to talk to us, you can leave us a voice message.
We know you want to talk to us.
At anchor.fm/graphic novel podcast.
We might play it on the next episode.
We might. And we'd like to thank all the people who have liked our show and who listen to us every week. We really appreciate that.
We love you.
We like to do this out of the love of comics and love of graphic novels. So we really like to do this. We're not getting rich off of this show. We're doing it because we like it.
We're not really getting...
Okay, we're not making
we're
any
getting
money.
Rich in love.
Education.
I guess. Education, for
Yes.
sure. Yeah, but no, the monies doesn't roll in from the show.
Exactly. And speaking of education, this is our first show in Pride Month.
Happy Pride, y'all.
Woo! All right.
Woo-hoo. Happy Pride, folks.
That's right. So
We're actually recording slightly outside of Pride Month because I have surgery coming up.
that's all right. We're only recording a week early, but literally a week early. But we
Well, I mean, technically, yes, we're a week before the show would hit, but we record earlier in the week anyway, so we're a few days early.
yeah, we usually record the week of the show. We try to stay pretty up to date. I know some shows record weeks or months in advance. We don't do that. Our shows are like right up to date.
I mean, sometimes we record on the day of.
The day of and release it immediately. I mean, that's how new this stuff is sometimes.
Sometimes. I don't know. We don't do that out of the excitement of having a very live show. It's more like procrastination.
Yes. No, not usually. It's like things happen, sleeping, because of work and the kids.
Sleep
and
is
stuff.
very important.
Work and kids and family, and sometimes things just get pushed out of the way. But we try and get that show out every Friday.
We've actually done a lot better.
Yeah. At the beginning, we started a little different at the first couple episodes, but since then, we've kept on that Friday schedule. And
other than when we're sick.
Yeah.
Which is why we're recording early, because I have no idea what I will feel like next week.
Yeah, we want to make sure. And then hopefully the week after, we'll be right back on schedule. And continue with Pride Month. We've got like four weeks of great books.
Our goal this month was to focus on queer creators. So I think all of the books that we've chosen also have a queer theme, not just a queer creator
Yeah, I'm
with
pretty sure.
straight characters or
Yeah.
anything. They're all
They're like
queer
all completely
characters as
queer.
well. Because we want to celebrate queer people, and this is our month to do so.
Yep.
And
Yes, as the world is burning down in many ways, we're just this is just a little getaway for a few minutes for you to listen. None of these are going to. I don't think any of the books this month are going to be political or anything.
being queer is political. Stonewall was a riot, you know?
It was started by queer and trans people of color.
Black people, they were the ones throwing the bricks.
Yep.
Yep.
And white people complain all the time, but
We do.
anyhow, so we've got some good books. We got some good stuff today. Start out with, let's see here. All right. So just announced today, Iron Circus Comics has signed this book called Mother Lover. And I started reading it. It is it's not the kind of mother lover you're thinking. It's not a MILF mother lover thing.
Well, actually, when I hear mother lover, I think of motherfucker.
Mother
Because I think when I was like a teenager and like I could, or like a young teen, and I wanted to say motherfucker, I would say mother lover instead.
Jeez.
You know,
Mother Lover is a sweet serial romance comic.
Quite the opposite of what goes to my mind.
Two moms from different walks of life who are going to eventually fall in love with a bunch of other life stuff that happens along the way. It's a spin-off of How Baby, which is a mostly biographical comic about the trials of motherhood. And if you go to motherlovercomic.com, you can read the first few chapters because it's an online comic.
Oh, very cool.
But it's going to be coming out. Iron Spike is going to publish the entire thing in 2023. So this is
oh, wow.
This is early because it's not finished yet.
Right.
But I read everything they have and I love it so far.
Yeah.
It's a single lesbian mom and a married mother with 4 kids, and you can already see she obviously she planned it, the story, but you can see that the married mom has got some feelings already. And that's going to be interesting. Is it going to be a divorce? Is it going to be a poly family? What's it going to be there?
Polyam. Yeah.
So interesting. But that looks really good, and I'd like to read the whole thing. And let's see.
2023. That's going to be so long to wait for a book I'm interested already. You got me.
You can go to Mother Lover Comic and read the beginning.
I don't see that's a thing.
It comes out weekly, so you can.
Oh, they're releasing pieces weekly.
Yes, it's a web comic, so you can read it all.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I did that last year, throughout the year, beginning of the year, for Bria Comics in she's Canadian. She was releasing that horror comic.
Right.
I don't think she did it once a week.
No.
But it was.
I get people credit
fabulous.
that can crank out stuff like that.
And we're reading one of her books, actually. Her first year out is one of the books we're reading for Pride Month.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, that's her books.
Oh, okay.
Her book.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. Okay. All right. And the other thing is, let's see. Another book coming out. It's called Am I Evil? It's a graphic novel. About based on the song that was covered by Metallica, but it's originally written and performed by Diamond Head. It's called Am I Evil? Perfect heavy metal song, thrilling 8-minute journey into world of violence. And it came from the Metallica album Kill 'Em All. And I was listening to it today, and I don't remember it. I had that album when it came out, and
really?
I probably knew it at the time, but I haven't listened to some of that old stuff in 20-some years, so... don't remember it.
Since back in the old
days. So the story is an 8-minute. It's a world of violence, bloodshed, dark magic, beauty, and vengeance. And let's see, who is this by? This is by, what the heck is his name? I wrote it down here. It is
but can you
Jack Mangan.
Can you read your own writing?
Yes. he decided that he wanted to do this. He loved the song. He had the story idea. He contacted the Diamond Head, and they said, "Yeah, go ahead, you can do this." And he talked to Brian Tatler and Sean Harris, founding members of Diamond Head, and they said, "Good." And within a matter of weeks, he paid for the license, and he got an all-star team of pro artists and wrote the first draft.
Wow.
So, and they've gone through a lot of stuff, and they have a disruptive Kickstarter campaign, promo video, and everything. It looks pretty cool. That's the kind of stuff that's sometimes fun to read. Has nothing to do with queerness or anything like that, but it's sometimes it's good to just read things that.
Yeah, my friend does comics on music history stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. So that looks pretty good too. And that's it we got for the news. So, what are we doing this week?
This week we read a Seattle artist's book called Taproot, a story about a gardener and a ghost by Keezy Young.
Yes.
So, Blue is having a hard time moving on. He's in love with his best friend. He's also dead. Luckily, Hamel can see ghosts, leaving Blue free to haunt him to his heart's content. But something eerie is happening in town, leaving the local afterlife unsettled. And when Blue realizes Hamel's strange ability may be putting him in danger, Blue has to find a way to protect him, even if it means leaving him.
So this was one of the books that I picked up when the Emerald City Comic Con was canceled, postponed. It's supposed to come back at the end of August. I don't know if that's going to be possible. Every other convention is canceled.
They're
probably holding off for best case scenario, but at this point, I wouldn't doubt if they still.
With as many people that come to it, they would have to like severely limit, because even like phase 3 is, I think, the furthest I could imagine us getting by the end of August. And I think that's still like 50 people pushing. Or something.
They're talking. Sports possibly not even happening. If that's not going to happen, there's no way they can do this. I think they're just holding off before they cancel it completely.
Yeah, I mean it's still not even. It's still just June, right? So
All right. So Keezy Young is a queer comic artist and illustrator based out of Seattle. They grew up drawing on their mother's walls, sneakily staying up late to read by nightlight, and later cutting class to go to the library and sketch. Any opportunity to con their teachers into letting them illustrate a book report instead of writing one was taken. Although their art is self-taught, they credit Digimon and Studio.
Your scruff is scratching the microphone there, but
Studio Ghibli as important influences. And if I said that wrong, I apologize. Today, Keezy writes, draws, and designs their own adult comics. Their stories are cute, eerie, and often dark, but almost always hopeful at their core. And let's see. Her first graphic novel, Taproot, which came out in 2017, Lion Forge, by Lion Forge.
Lion Forge?
Yeah.
Okay. It says Roar. Yeah. That's what I...
Lion Forge. Won several awards. Including Best Graphic Novel by the Rainbow Book List.
I was going to read that.
The GLBTQ Books for Children and Teens 2017. Best of Best Shots 2017 by Newsarama. Texas Library Association's Maverick Reading List 2018. Best LGBT Graphic Novels of 2017 by The Advocate. And the Florida Authors and Publishers Association Award for Best Cover Design, small format. Awesome work, which is very cool. So, the story, it was surprising. I was
you can follow Keezy too on Twitter at Keezy Bees. Keezy Bees.
But yeah, it was a good book. I was surprised. I picked it up.
Why were you surprised?
Well, because you never know. It sounded, I don't know. I really,
because of the ghost thing. You're not big on the supernatural stuff.
But you know what? I think that I've come to really, really like these queer love stories.
They're amazing.
I really like them, and I don't know. I love it. This was
Blue and Hamel
Hamel.
were
think.
they're both males. And
Why do you say it like that?
well, what are they? They're both boys.
They're both men.
They're both men. They're both men, young men, and
Yep. I mean,
and Hamel is he works at a nursery gardening shop, and he
He's
can talk
so
to he can
adorable.
talk to ghosts.
yes.
And Blue is the ghost.
And it's full color too.
Oh
We
yes,
always
it's
talk-
beautiful.
It's full color. The colors are kind of like a
yes, it's a very
I can't think of the word.
nursery kind of colors. Like the greens and some blues and
because he works in it.
and browns, and the story is just
Kind of muted, I guess.
Yeah, it works really well, and there's ghosts in there, so I mean I think all of it works really well.
Oh yeah,
and Hamel can
the
talk.
artwork is phenomenal.
It is great. Loved it.
Loved it.
And Hamel can talk to ghosts, and that's the basis for the story, really. He can talk to ghosts. Nobody quite understands him. Nobody else can see.
Everybody around just thinks he's some weirdo talking to himself.
Exactly. Where he's talking to these ghosts who hang out with him at work all day, and and they're.
It did kind of remind me of that Sense8 show on Netflix that I watched, that I binged. A friend friend recommended, and I just got sucked into it, right? But it kind of reminds me of that, where everybody around the I shouldn't say but everybody around the people who are talking to these other people that they're connected to
think they're just kooky.
Think that they're just talking to themselves,
right? But they're talking to these others.
But they're really talking to the people they're connected to, and that's kind of what Hamel's situation was. I mean, he wasn't talking to other people; he was talking to these ghosts,
right?
So I thought that was kind of gave me that thought.
Right.
Oh.
And her art is beautiful.
Oh, they are an extremely talented artists. Yes, I loved every minute of the art. It's and okay, so Hamel is. I thought it was kind of cute too. He's kind of teasing. Blue was kind of teasing Hamel about this girl that comes in.
Oh yes,
and is
because they don't know how Hamel feels.
Well, I think they're trying to test the water. They're trying to see
exactly,
or he's trying to see. Does he like me? Is he into guys? Is he? He doesn't say that, and never.
And he's a ghost.
Never
too.
in the book. Well, right.
He's a ghost. Too, so I mean, it's
your options are limited, right?
Exactly.
But no label was ever put on them, which I thought was pretty cool. Like they never said that he's gay or bi or pan or anything.
Hamel or blue. Okay, right.
Like those labels were never given,
right?
And it didn't matter. And that's one thing that I really loved about it, because a lot of times we're so focused on putting a label on something. And if you love the label, I label myself from here to wherever. I have all the labels. I love them. But not everybody does. And I think we don't see that enough.
Lack of label or no labels.
We don't see people just loving each other.
Right.
They just fell in love with each other.
And we've talked about that recently. Schitt's Creek was just a good, happy. There was no bad gay situations, anything like that. And that other comic that we read a couple weeks ago, Check Please. Same thing. That it was just happy. There were no bad coming out stories or anything like that. It was just, and this is like that. And I guess just by accident we picked up several of these, and they turn out to be these really good, happy stories. And like you said, there's no labels. You just read it, and it's like just a really good story, flows along really nicely.
Oh yeah. And there's kind of like the mysterious,
yes,
what's
there's
happening.
There's a bunch of ghost stuff. It's not just this one ghost.
The story is good. It's not just the love story either.
No, exactly.
There's
That's what I'm saying.
a lot more going on there, and trying to figure out, the plants are dying and what's going on, and the ghosts keep getting pulled into this strange place. And
there's
figure out
more ghosts, and him being able to talk to the ghosts is a central part to the story.
Right.
Without giving it away, I mean, it's an important aspect of the story, which in the end will decide what happens between him and Blue.
And I mean, really, they could have ended it there. right? They could have ended it with the end of the love story.
Mm-hmm.
But then it continues on where they get these assignments,
Oh
and
yeah.
they are ghost hunting kind of, but not hunting, but trying to free the ghosts essentially.
I mean,
I kind of like that part of it too, where it didn't have to be there,
mm-hmm.
but it was a nice little addition, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if they felt like they wanted to continue on even though the story could have ended. I'm kind of curious how they came to that.
Yeah.
Feeling like they needed to do more, or was it just how it came out and that was just part of it?
There's several ways this could go if she decided to continue the story. I mean, she could continue it from where it ended, and continue, and it could have all of those aspects put together still, or they could actually.
I mean, this came out in 2017, so it was 3 years ago,
right? And
they've had other.
She's doing other
they've had
stuff
other
now.
had other books, so this may be the end of it, and that I would be content. I mean, I'd love to see.
It's good. Sure.
I'd love to see Hamel some more. Would love to see Blue. I love the characters, and if they wanted to, they could write
the ghost stuff,
continuation.
The ghost stuff could
easily.
be like easy spin-off stuff for that matter. They could have the whole ghost hunter kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
there could be a
whole
book or books on that stuff. It could be just fun stuff in there because it's there's so much in there. You can't like go off on these detailed ghost hunting things. They're like short episodes,
right?
But just to give you an idea of the kind of stuff they were doing,
right?
So yeah, that would be fun too, with all these characters because they're good characters.
Yeah,
and you could flesh out the Hamel a lot more too because you don't know a lot about his background, do you?
Yeah, no, they. I mean, he had like a brief moment in where they wrote that he had something in his childhood when he realized that he could talk to ghosts or see ghosts. But you're right. It didn't go into a ton of detail, so it could.
Yeah, I mean, if she ever
there would be opportunity if they wanted to explore more of those things. But that's
for that matter. There you go. There could be the childhood aspect of it, him as a kid and talking to ghosts and stuff.
Yeah,
like
I know.
I
I really want to know more about Hamel.
Yeah, there's a lot that could be done. I mean, but as a creator, sometimes you're done with something and you want to move on. You've got other ideas. And that could be work easy at this point.
Absolutely. They may not want to ever come back to it. That's fine.
Exactly.
I like the way that Blue is flirting. I love it.
Oh yeah. Give an example.
He's saying, so how's it going with Chloe?
Mm-hmm.
You hung out with her the other day, right? Like he's trying to kind of dig into him, get the feel of what he wants to say. I'm sure he wants to tell him how he feels about him, but he can't.
And he's a ghost.
He's a ghost.
It's like.
But he says something. I thought you liked boobs. I do. That's not the point. So they get in a fight at this point, and you're like, well, where's it going to go from here? And then there's no cell phones. You can't call a ghost, and Blue kind of disappears, and Hamel's missing him. And I don't know. I feel like I am a terrible flirt, and so I completely understand where I flirt like Blue. Like I don't know how to flirt with people. I just try my best, and then my feelings get hurt, and and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take off for a week.
Yeah. You start getting excited, and you send a little thing out there, and you're like, oh shit, I said more than I should.
Okay, I'm done.
One step too far. Then they don't respond, and you get all depressed. And
I don't know if depressed is the right word, but it does.
It's your anxiety and everything kicks in.
Oh sure.
It's like, oh shit, I should not have said that.
But it's so funny because that's like queer experience. Like anybody else that you talk to is like, yep, that's me. I do the same thing.
Yeah.
We all just need to, I don't know.
Yeah, everybody wants to be themselves, but that doesn't always work either.
Right. Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, no, I liked it. It was a really enjoyable book.
Have you ever had flirtatious moments like that? I feel like you're an awkward flirt.
In real life, not on text. On text, once I get into it, I'm too good at it.
You're good at flirting on
Yeah.
text,
Yeah.
but not in real life.
If I have,
I can't. Have you ever picked anybody up in a bar? I've never been picked
Never.
up in a bar. Never had any, flirtations. And I mean,
I never.
I feel like I'm a very flirtatious person. Like I feel like I always am flirting with people, and I tell you often that people are being flirtatious with you, and you're like they're just being nice. And so maybe I just see flirtation.
Yeah, I never see.
And
people
I
flirt
feel
with
like
me.
I'm being flirtatious, but maybe I'm just being nice. I don't know.
And sometimes you say that I'm flirting, like with cashiers or stuff.
Oh
and
my God, you are always flirting with cashiers.
No,
Yes, you
no.
are.
Not anymore because now they're
now
they're quarantined.
Yeah, now when
But-
when I'm not with you, now you're not flirting.
But yeah, no, I think when I've got rapport with someone, it's very easy for me to do that.
Yeah.
But it's I don't know.
No.
But yeah, I mean, it was really enjoyable. I liked that the cover is beautiful.
Ooh, playing some music there.
The cover is beautiful and gives you an idea right way. But honestly, I didn't know that Blue was a man. So I mean, looking at that, I didn't know that. So until you're reading,
Yeah, he's got kind of an androgynous
Mhm,
look.
yeah.
You wouldn't necessarily know.
Yeah. So I think it took me a little while to figure that out, but it was good. I mean, I'm really liking a lot of these queer stories. I liked Check Please. I liked, the way that story was, and number 2 is probably just as good with, what happens in the end of number 1.
Yeah.
But what else?
Just trying to find this part that I was thinking of, but I'm not finding it very easily.
All right.
What was your favorite part of the book?
Honestly, I like the whole book. I liked when the I don't want to say exactly what happened, but the ghost hunting portion of it was fun. But then when when Blue and
and the necromancers part. We should talk about that. I didn't even think about
I don't want to get into the details of
We don't
it.
have to get into the details, but wasn't that nuts?
Why?
That there's a name for them.
Yeah.
That they have and like I didn't see it coming.
Yeah. Explain a little bit.
So the necromancers are the people like Hamel who can see the in-betweeners, who are the ghosts,
Like Blue,
and
and the ones that Blue talk, and the other ones that hang out with Hamel.
And so you could, oh my God, this could be like this is a tattoo that I want right here.
Oh yes, that's very cool. Very cool.
I love. As soon as I saw it, I was like, "Oh, this is my favorite book ever."
Yeah. What is it a picture of?
Oh, sorry. It's a skeleton rib cage with flowers and roots growing out of it.
Yeah, very cool. Which is apropos for the story, obviously.
Right. So the necromancers. I mean, they could do this whole series on necromancers. They could create this whole other world. That'd be really cool. I mean. Okay, so the necromancers.
Maybe the necromancers are something we just don't know because we don't watch enough horror stuff or read.
Oh, you think it's not something that they created?
No, I've heard of necromancer before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't do the horror stuff, so I wouldn't know. Okay, so it's something that's already been
Could be. I'm gonna look
established. Okay, so once Blue starts talking to Hamel about the necromancers.
Yeah, necromancy is the practice of magic involving communication with the dead. So.
Oh, okay. Because it kind of sounded like Hamel didn't know exactly what it was because he was thinking zombies.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe that's something that's been, I don't know. But it seemed like he was confused, but maybe I'm just confused.
Well, but who told him that he was a necromancer?
Well, at the time when he didn't know what it was just that Blue was talking to him about a necromancer in the area.
Oh, okay.
And he was, but then they find out that, or then death essentially comes. I don't think it's essentially a reaper, maybe.
Right.
Do they ever say who it is?
They probably do. I just don't remember. I don't take notes when I read. I just read.
I know. It looks like a reaper. but
Yeah.
they look like a Reaper, but I'm not certain
Right.
if that's what they call them. They do have one of those things. What do you call them? The Reaper stick. A sickle. The Reaper stick.
The Reaper stick. That sounds like Schitt's Creek. Get your golf sticks.
Yeah.
Get your golf sticks, Johnny. Let's go.
You can tell I'm really into the death stuff, right? Okay, so they come and tell Hamel that he is a necromancer.
Okay, right. And he has to, because he's talking to the dead, he can't just.
And he's like, no, I'm just a gardener. It's not grave dirt, I swear.
Right. And because of that, he has to do something. He has to do some work for the Reaper or whoever it is.
Right. So they have him doing some work,
which is the ghost story,
and that's the whole. And that's part of it too, is that Blue has to decide if they can give up their place in Hamel's life in order to save Hamel, because
they love Hamel so much.
Because they love Hamel, and we don't understand, I don't think, the extent of that love until Blue finally, says that he's willing to stop being an in-betweener, to give up his life as a ghost, in order to save Hamel. And that's when you find out. But you have to read the book to find out if he actually does it or not.
Because Hamel has to do this work because he's a necromancer. He didn't know who he was or what he was. But it
sounded like the Reaper was going to kill him if he...
Right, so he had to do the Reaper's work, which was basically find other dead people, wasn't
it? Yes, but it's like stopping the haunting. Like, I don't think that the Reaper necessarily cares how he stops it, as long as he stops it.
Okay.
Like they're scaring the live people too much or something. I don't know.
Interesting. But yeah, no, but there's a lot of different things going on in the book.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. There's so much to it. There's so much stuff, and it's like you could dig in so much to it.
Yeah,
literally. If you wanted to.
Because it's a gardening book.
Bump. Do you have any rim shots there?
No, but I have.
That is more appropriate. Thank you very much. And I do love the gardening aspect of that. I wish I was a better gardener.
Yeah.
I tend to kill all my plants.
Been doing pretty good. We've got most of our house plants are
alive still.
Yeah, they are. So
but not doing great. Okay. Part of that is because our cats eat them, though.
Yeah, that is a problem.
When you used to have, I guess it was your ex-wife's plants.
I had quite a few, yeah.
Did you take care of them at all, or were they her thing?
Oh, I didn't take care of them.
Oh, okay. Then they must have been her thing. I know when I moved in with you, they were mostly gone.
Gone as in dead?
No, gone as in she took them.
Oh, yeah. No, I know some of them, I think there might have been like cuttings from my mother and stuff, but.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember your mother having houseplants, really.
She used to.
Oh,
I don't know how many she had later, but she used to. When we grew up, we had tons of plants.
I really want more. Old house, we had no light. There was no light in the house. It was a terribly dark house. But here we have lots of light and windowsills, and I want to put all the plants. Yeah, I want all the plants. If I can just figure out how to keep them alive.
No, I know.
If our cat would stop eating the leaves, it would be a little easier.
Yeah, he's old and dying. I guess he's trying to clean the system out.
I don't know that's...
You don't think that's why?
What they do.
No.
Although the amount that he pukes them up afterwards.
Yeah, that is.
I don't think it's cleaning the system out. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, when the cats are gone, the cats are gone.
I know, you say that, but you also said you would never have another dog, and now look.
Well, you took me to the pound, so that's your fault.
Thanks a lot.
I had no interest in going there.
I know, and you also said no puppies, and we got a 6-month-old dog, so. But I can't, what did it take, like 2 weeks maybe to train him to go outside to pee? He didn't have very many accidents.
No, he was pretty good. He's a pain in the ass, but he's actually a pretty good dog.
Yeah, if he didn't have that separation anxiety, that would...
Yes, that is a bad thing.
Yeah.
Anxiety runs in this family.
He's not genetically connected to our family at all. just in case you were.
I tend to disagree. I think that he is genetically related somehow. He's got your eyes. His eyes are brown. They are.
Wow.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, Mrs. Peanut Butter.
What?
Mr. Peanut Butter.
Are you calling me Mrs.? Are you misgendering me on our show?
Okay, Mr. Peanut Butter.
Mixed peanut butter?
Mixed peanut butter.
See, that sounds good.
Mixed peanut butter.
Mixed peanut butter.
Okay, mixed peanut butter.
Because you mix peanut butter. You've been watching too much BoJack.
I've been watching too much BoJack. No, BoJack is just on.
All your dog references go back to peanut butter. We drive by the horses up the road, and everybody shouts BoJack.
Yeah, there's horses that we have to drive past.
And they're brown horses. Although one is old.
I think 3 of them have the white mark on their front of their head too.
They do.
And
that must be some kind of horse.
We yell BoJack, but
the kids now our youngest is our youngest likes to yell, "Is Wilbur home?
Is Wilbur coming?
Or is Wilbur coming?" That's right.
No.
From one episode.
No, he was just on a TV show. He was just on a TV show with. Are my kids coming?
No.
It's
not nice.
But yeah. So anyhow, Taproot is really a fun book.
Absolutely amazing.
I mean, not fun, but I mean, it's a good book to read. I mean,
I thought it was fun.
It's all ages too. I think our oldest would enjoy it.
Oh yeah. I'm definitely gonna give it to them.
Yeah, I think they would really like it because it's a really good story, and
you just have to be careful we often say we'll let them read it, and it's not like we aren't sure if it's appropriate or anything. It's more that they don't know how to handle books, and so they tend to get bent up and
they
stuff.
Are book abusers
because they are book abusers. They must get it from me, because the other day I was sitting in bed reading, and then Mike is sitting next to me, and he said something to me. I don't remember, but I put the book down to listen to what he was saying, and I put it, if this is going to bother you, trigger warning. If the way people put books down is bothersome to you, just skip ahead 10 seconds. I put the book down, page side down, open.
Yeah.
And Mike did not finish his sentence. He just stared at me until I'd move the book.
And I actually wasn't staring at you because you folded it. I think I was wondering why you folded it like that.
I didn't fold it. I just placed it down.
I know that, but you still did it. And I was just wondering, it wasn't like, oh, what are you doing in the book? It was more like, why are you doing that? Why didn't you just shove a piece of paper in it?
Because I was just putting it down for a second to listen to you. If you close it, if I physically close a book, I'm less likely to open it back up again.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
What book was it?
I
don't even know.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Anyhow, we've got the rest of the month. We've got some good books.
Yeah, we have the rest of Pride Month. We have First Year Out and what is it called? Lesbian Experience?
Yep. My Solo Exchange Diary.
Right.
There's 2. Genderqueer.
Are we going to talk about both of them?
Yeah, I think we'll talk about both of them.
Cool.
We've got both, so.
Awesome. So happy Pride, everybody.
Happy Pride.
The next time you hear from me, I'll be on the other side of my top surgery, which is very exciting.
Definitely.
As long as I don't die. I don't know. You never know.
Oh, my goodness.
Anything could happen.
All right. We're not going to discuss that.
Make sure that you check us out. Follow us on all the social media platforms. And rank us 5 stars. And most importantly, share us with your friends.
Yes, we appreciate that.
And thank you to all of our listeners for tuning in every week. We appreciate you.
Yes, we do. And until next time, my name is Mike.
And I'm Parker.
And this is the Graphic Novel Podcast.